I
Three, two, one.
I think he did it. I think he cracked the code. The code to the home crisis in California. I'm talking about our boy Gavin Newsom. So, of course, he didn't get the boot. So, of course, he celebrated by sitting on the toilet and trying to figure out, that's where all great men think when they sit on the toilet. How do I solve this housing crisis? How do I bring down prices? Do I create more homebuyer programs or do I build more property? And then it dawned on him, California SB-9. So, Gavin Newsom has decided to approve a bill called California's SB-9. And will it solve California home crisis? Let's find out. What's going on, guys? My name is Min Win with What's a Mortgage. Welcome to our channel. The goal of our channel is to simplify home ownership. And tonight, we are going to go over the SB-9. What is it? How does it work? And will it solve the home buying crisis or the home ownership crisis in California? If it's your first time tuning in, do me a huge favor. Hit the subscribe and notification button so you're notified every time we go live or post new content. We go live every Monday night on Facebook and YouTube at 9 o'clock. And we post content daily on Instagram and TikTok. So if you're not following us on Instagram and TikTok, please go ahead and do so. Also, guys, this is an interactive live stream. So ask a lot of questions. Make sure it's about home ownership. If you ask me questions that are non-home ownership questions, I might not know the answer. All right. I don't know it all. I try to know as much as I can. All right, guys. So let's talk about this SB-9. In my comments for the past 2 months, Min, tell me about SB-9. Every investor wants to know about SB-9, right? What is SB-9? Do you think it will change the market in California? Right now, we have a big problem in California, and that's why SB-9. What is California's SB-9? SB-9 is the Senate Bill 9, stands for the Senate Bill 9, proposed by Governor Gavin Newsom. It legalizes the construction of middle-income housing on single-family lots. Remember, single-family lots. It's really important that you remember that. Allowing homeowners to build additional housing on their lot with ease. So, little tip about the government. When the government doesn't do something, they create a law allowing other people to do it, and they give them benefits for doing it. So, because of material, labor, and because they don't want to be blamed why they didn't build more houses, guess what? They put it on the consumer. You know what? We didn't build more houses, but we gave you the power to build more houses. It's just easier now with SB-9 starting January 2021, like January 1st, 2022, right? That you can start building houses with less red tape, okay? Why do we need SB-9? Guys, if you live in California or you think about going to California, we have a housing shortage. If you didn't know, in California, we have a housing shortage. You're in for a rude awakening, okay? So, California makes up of 44 million people that live in California, the number one most populated state. Number 2 and number 3 is Florida and Texas, and they make up 50 million people. So they only beat California by 5 million. It takes state number 2 and state number 3 to beat California, which is state number 1. That's why there's not enough property. So can we build enough homes? Gavin Newsom says doesn't think we can. That's why he's allowing homeowners, right, owner-occupied homeowners to build home. So, little perspective here. By 2025, we need 1.8 million homes to have equilibrium in the housing market in California. However, right now, we are on pace to build only 80,000 homes a year. So if you're watching this in 2021, in 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, that's 3 years at a pace of 80,000 homes. That's 240,000 homes. We are short 1.8 million. So if you live in California and you own a home, you know it would be really really hard to see prices go down. If we're short 1.8 million by 2025 and we're only building 80,000 homes a year, and that's 240, you know where prices are going. Yes, rates can shoot up, anything can happen, but based on numbers alone and supply and demand, it doesn't look like it's gonna improve unless this SB-9 works. That's what Gavin thinks. He's like, you know what? Let me empower the people. So on September 16th, this law has passed. This bill has passed. It's not a bill like the $15,000 tax credit or the $25,000 grant or the Helpers Act. That's a bill that hasn't made it to Congress yet, right? To get signed off. SB-9 has passed and will take into effect January 1st. Guys, if this information right here brings you value, do me a huge favor. Please save this video, share this video, and like this video. If you have questions or if you think this is going to pass, this is going to work, please in the SB-9 put work. If you don't think it's going to work, please put done. No, IDK, right? Either put work or IDK in the comments below so we know where you stand with this SB-9. Sounds like a great plan so far, right? We're empowered as homeowners, okay? Now, if you own a home on a single family lot and a primary residence, you can become either a landlord, right? A builder, right? Or you can just sell the land. There's two ways this SB-9 works, okay? Ready here. So there's more details to it, but this is pretty much the meat and potatoes. For future details on SB-9, as it get released in January, more rules will follow. But this is the meat and potatoes. So there's two ways. The first way is adding to your lot. Okay, so you have a home. You can add an ADU, which you could add already before SB-9, but they made it a lot easier in 2020 and 2021, right? Without all this regulation to add an ADU. SB-9 pretty much is minimizing regulations to make it easier for people to build a house, right? Since there's a lack of inventory out there in California. Or you can build an ADU. You can build a duplex, or you can build another single family home. You can build 2 of the 3 on your lots. You can't build a duplex and another single family home. You can have your single family home that you live in. You can build an ADU to it. That gives you another door. And a duplex or another single family home. It's up to you. Okay? It's important that you understand that when you're thinking about how to section off your house. Okay? So on one lot, you're allowed 4 doors. A single family home, an ADU, and a duplex. Or you can do a single family home, an ADU, and another single family home, which is 3 doors. You decide how you want to cut it up. Okay? So that's the first way SB-9 is used. You can build property on your lot to rent out, which if you rent it out, it will bring down the demand for housing. Okay? Remember, housing doesn't mean you got to buy. But of course, when everyone thinks about housing, they want to buy. Okay? Since they're not building enough places for people to live, SB-9 will allow people or homeowners to build property to rent out or to have family members live in, okay? Now, the second way, you split the lot. I think this right here will create more opportunity for people to build generational wealth, splitting your lot. Each lot has to be a minimum of 1,200 square feet. That means you need at least 2,400 square feet to split the lot. If you have 3,600, doesn't mean you get to split it 3 times. You can only split it once. And when you split the lot, it can be 50-50 or 60-40. They're not going to let you do 70-30. You can't live in 70%. Let's say you have 3,600 square feet. You want to live in 70% and then split the lot with the other 30%, which is not going to happen. Okay, it's 50-50 or 60-40. All right. So when you split the lot, you can do a lot. You can split the lot on your 1,200 square feet. You can have your single family home, your ADU, and your duplex, or single family home, ADU, and another single family home. You can split that lot and you can sell the lot. You can sell the lot or build another mirror of your current lot or change it up. You can do it however you want, but you can split the lot and build up to another 4 doors. So on a lot that's 2,400 square feet or more, and you split it up, you have 8 doors. That is bringing more housing to people in California. They really feel, right? Gavin feels that if you can take a lot of land and divide it into 8 doors, right? You took 1 door, add 7 doors. I take that back, add 7 more doors for all the trollers out there. Like, this guy can't count, right? You got 1 door, and then you created 7 more doors, right? If everybody went out and did that, whoosh, there goes our housing crisis, right? Gives people more time to buy, right? If you need money, you can sell the other lot. You can build out the property and rent out the other units. But you got to live in at least 1 unit yourself, okay? And we'll go into details about that in a second. So let's look at it, okay? Splitting your lots. Here's an example. You can go with a single-family home, at an ADU or another single-family home, and then your duplex, okay? So you can go a duplex, single-family home. You can't go a duplex, ADU, single-family home, another ADU, right? 4 unit max, or 4 doors max. In your other lot, you can split it and sell it. And if you don't want to come up with the money, or you don't want to stress about it, just sell the other land. Or you can build on it, right? If it was me, depending on how much money I need, I might sell the other lot. If you want to buy someone's split lot, or you know a family member that will sell you a lot, and it's already zoned single family home, you can use a renovation loan to build a house. Right? You can use a renovation loan. FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional all have renovation loans you can use to build a house, right? So you can use it to build property on it, right? Right now, not a lot of lenders are providing these programs. Some of them, they're not going to let you build a duplex and an ADU, but they'll let you build a house, maybe, or a duplex. But to build a house and a duplex would be really hard. The guidelines aren't there yet. But that is an example how you can split the lot. So for some of you guys who are already counting your money, oh man, I can do this, I can do that. But remember, there are some exclusions. If you are going to do this, the property cannot be in coastal areas. So you know, Newport Beach, out the door. Huntington Beach, out the door. If I forgot your beach, I'm sorry. I'm not a beach, okay? Hopefully some of you guys did get that, right? No fire hazard zones. No prime farmlands, okay? So you cannot be out in no man's land, right, with your sheep and decide, I'm splitting the land. You cannot do that. Also, or within other environmental protected areas, right? Also, you cannot do historical areas. So as long as you don't fall under those zoning areas, you'll be okay. Homeowners interested in splitting their lot must also commit to occupying 1 lot, right, as a primary residence for 3 years. So that's why I just bursted the biggest bubble. The number 1 category of people asking me about SB-9 were investors. If you're an investor overseas, you can't all of a sudden come into the house and go, you know what, I'm gonna start building. You got to show proof that you've lived there for 3 years. You can't kick somebody out and all of a sudden move in there and say, I'm gonna live in it and do an SB-9, right? They are truly looking for single family residence zoning, right? And people who actually live in the home. Okay? So if you already live in one and you're thinking about you need extra money, here is an avenue. So I really feel this is going to bring, right, wealth to a lot of people that didn't expect it, right? But it's still up to them to build, to split the land. But, you know, they're making the ordinance a lot easier to do that. Here are the benefits, okay? Will help the middle class become landlords. This is why you never yap at people. The people who complain about landlords are becoming landlords, right? For some new homeowners, SB-9 will fulfill the dream of multi-generational living, right? So if you came here from another country and you've always wanted to live around your family, now you have 8 doors, right? You can take your lot of land, split it, right? If you don't split it, you can't put 8 doors on 1 lot of land. You would have to split the lot. 1 lot can hold 4 and the other lot can hold 4. And remember, 1,200 square foot per lot at least, okay? So you can do 3,600, you can do 2,400, you can't go below that. And remember, 60-60 or 50-50. And now, with more units being built, more doors being built, tenants will have more places to live, which will drive down demand. That's what Gavin Newsom thinks, right? Of course, with more people, more opportunity for more places to rent, it should mathematically drive down the desire to want to buy. And they hope that will bring down prices, right? They're not giving consumers buying power to build these houses. They can build it and sell the other units. You got to live at least one for 3 years, but you can sell one lot or sell one lot with other properties, right? That's why builders, I know you guys are like chomping at the bits there, but remember, you got to live there. I know a lot of builders are going to start reaching out to people with over 2,400 square feet and try to offer to help them split the land, right? I'm helping them split the land. I'm helping them build the property, right? Someone already reached out to my mother-in-law. She lives out in Fontana. She doesn't meet those areas, and they're already pressing her, right? It's like Shylocks out there, man. They put a heat on her already, right? Thank goodness we know how to read around here, right? So we told her, hey, mama, pump your brakes. I know you're thinking about cashing out, but be very careful what you're signing up for. But there are people out there approaching to help people. But she does need the money, so we'll see what happens, right? So what are the challenges, right? We already went over the exclusion, right? Let's go back to exclusion. We went over the exclusion already. Cannot be coastal area, fire hazard zone, prime farmland, environmental protection area, or historical area, okay? So those are the challenges. You just can't go up and build it. One last thing. You probably can't build it if you live in an HOA, by the way. If you have an HOA, you probably won't be able to build, do an SB-9. Here are the other challenges. Homeowners may face obstacle of financing. I think the biggest problem is going to be financing, right? This is a great idea. Kind of like, I'm not picking Republican over Democrat or anything, but Obama. A lot of his political strategies sound good on paper, but mathematically it never panned out, right? Like he had that act to save people from foreclosure. I think only 2 people or 2 households in the whole nation were able to qualify. Sound like a great program, right? American bailout program they had, but 2 people qualified. So I'm not saying that this bill won't work, but the challenges are which properties you can use to do it. Has to be single family home. You got to live in it for 3 years, so you can't be an investor. So if you're not an investor, I don't see that many people who own that type of land, right? And they're not in coastal areas that are like Daddy Warbucks and has all this money to build. So I think there's going to be financing obstacles, right? Hopefully they solve that financing obstacle. If they don't solve it, I'm sure, like I said, with my mother-in-law, people are going to start knocking down some doors. If you're an investor, you know, you look at me, look at you, look at me. You're in my DMs all day asking me how to get around this, right? I'm not telling you how to get around, but I'm letting you know what happened to my mother-in-law. They rolled up on her, knocked on her door, right? And they offered to split her land and pay for everything. And either she can sell them the half of the land, or they'll build it and they can rent it all out, right? Rent out all the other doors for her. So that is an option, right? Remember, the property, you got to live in one unit. You can't kick out tenants. So they're making it really challenging for the people who can afford to do it, right? Like I said, Newsom is really empowering. That's one props I give him, right? The one props I give him, except for not wearing a mask to a party, okay, is I give him props for empowering normal people to take their destiny into their hands and do something. Will it solve the housing crisis? Did it crack the code? Right now, I think it's at a stalemate. I think it's brand new, 2021, and I hear from the word on the street, they're using California as the testing dummy, right? To see if it works in California, which is the #1 state, right? Populated state. They're going to start doing it in other states. Where? I don't know, but California is the test. So I'm sure they're going to try to make this work, right? Unless builders start greasing these guys more or some way, or start greasing these guys or doing something to help speed up ordinance, right? Also speed up, drop the price of material somehow, or, have the government fund these builders to build these properties. If not, it's in the hands of the consumer now, right? So that's where we're at with this SB-9. Hopefully these today, whatever, hopefully through this live, anyone who had questions on SB9, I met everybody's need. If you have questions about SB9, please bring it on. If this information brought you value, do me a huge favor, save this video, share this video, and like this video. All right, guys. So let's give some Q&A here. So guys, hopefully this was helpful. We did spend the last couple weeks talking about our how to qualify for a mortgage. Since we're done now, more of our lives will be more like this, right? We'll be talking about current events on our lives on Facebook and YouTube at 9 o'clock on Mondays, okay? So you tell me, you think this will bring value or not? Let me know, guys. Give me some heads up. What up, Alicia? What up, Dad? My dad can do it. My dad, I think we're sitting on like a 3,000 square foot lot in Fullerton. Dad, let's do it. What's up? What's up, John Rouse? How you doing? Rose, SB9. It's called Senate Bill 9, Rose. Brian Wynn. Hey, man, recently finished my military career. Congratulations to Brian Wynn, by the way, finishing his career. I currently have a conventional loan at the moment. Would I be able to use my benefits and purchase a second home with a VA? Yes. If you haven't used your VA benefits and you have your entitlement, you can buy a second owner occupied home. You would have to vacate your current home and buy your other home VA owner occupied, and you can definitely do that. Hopefully that helps you out. I've already have seen protesting in neighborhoods. I know, Kevin, it's crazy, but the bill has passed. There's nothing anyone can do now, right? Unless it's in a HOA association, it would be really hard to stop, right? Who feels like we should have taken all this money? So, by the way, California came up big on all this money. Also, all these states, by the way, tell me if you agree with me or not disagree with me. All that relief money for rent, the whole United States, every state, they tapped into less than 10% of the rent relief money. So all the states are sitting there pretty on all that money. They should take all that money and build a bunch of homes so values go down and not let them be bought by investors. If they do that, rents would come down. Prices would come down, right? Running for president 2024, by the way. My name is right under Trump, right? Win. Remember that, okay? So with all that money they're chilling on, write a letter to your senator, write a letter to your governor. Someone needs to start writing right away because all that money's floating around. If they release this SB9, pump in some money for people to build it. Pump in some money to build more houses, right? The new solar requirements are also boost the cost of homes. Yes. Man, this stuff's getting crazy right now. Mr. Design and Build Inc. What's going on, Mr. Design and Build Inc.? You're welcome, Grace. Oh, okay, I know. Man, you're a good teacher. Thank you so much, Jolene. Mr. Design and Build, how you doing, fam? We have in-house architects and engineers. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So, did you appreciate it? Do me a huge favor. Like I said, save this video, share this video, and like this video. All right? Next Monday. What? Reach out. Definitely, guys. Reach out. Next Monday, guys, we're going to show you how they're making it easier to buy a home in 2022, right? We're going to talk about down payment. It's crazy, right? It should have been easy to buy in 2021. Rates were low and majority of people got pay increases, right? Because of inflation. But the cost of goods went up. How can you save for a down payment even though you can afford the mortgage payment, right? You got your pay raise, right? Interest rates are an all-time low, right? But prices went up. How can you afford with the guidelines we have today? They changed a bunch of guidelines in 2022. So next Monday, we're going to go over how easy it is for you to buy a home in 2022. All right, guys? Enjoy the night. And I want to say one last thing. We want to thank everybody who's been watching and supporting Wham. We really appreciate it, right? We've been around this next June will be a full 5 years. All right. So thank you to everybody who's watched our show, supported our show, who liked, shared, who sent us referrals, who uses us as clients. I just want to thank you, right? We want to end all our episodes with our attitude is gratitude. Without you, there would be no us. So thank you guys so much and have a great night. And reach out.
Yeah.
Reach out.
Kind of like